2:06. That would be Seattle, where Nate Robinson has come. Brandon Roy, Jason Terry, Jamal Crawford, Martell Webster, Spencer Hawes. A lot of talents come out of there lately.
Let me guess. How would you know, and why would you shout out the 2:06?
I've seen him play. Brooks not any bigger than he was when he was in 7th grade, by the way.
I bet he's no faster either.
161. I mean, he was born fast. He is lightning. Down his second year. 46-44, Rockets by 2. Bryant with the screen to free Fisher for the pop. How about that?
The attention that Kobe Bryant gets on the floor. Both guys run to him, do not protect the basketball, and Fisher winds up with an open look.
High pick and roll. Brooks and Yao. Yao will get it back. Nice pass. Ariza with a recovery. Kobe again up the floor, but there's Artest. Brooks hands him off. Artest right with Kobe Bryant. Kobe off the screen. Yao Ming tracks him. Back to Gasol for the lane. That's a nice play there.
It's a great read by Kobe Bryant. Shows you how special the hands of Pau Gasol are. The ability to catch and finish in traffic.
Scola straightaway pump. Got it. And that ties it up at 48 again with 9:15 to go here in the third.
I talked about the patience of Aaron Brooks. At some point, he's going to have to look to try to be aggressive offensively. Lakers have all sorts of problems trying to keep smaller guards in front of them in pick-and-roll situations.
Boy, Odom had pushed Battier way back beneath the rim when he received that one, Mark. He'll be awarded with 2 shots. Fouled in the act. Yao Ming got a piece of him. First team foul. And the first foul on Yao Ming. As Odom steps to the line. A lot of great hoops coming your way on ABC Sunday. Coverage beginning at 12:30 Eastern. San Antonio at Cleveland, Phoenix at Dallas. NBA TV Fan Night on Tuesday. Coverage getting underway at 7 Eastern with New Orleans at Miami. And then on TNT on Thursday, the coverage gets underway at 8 Eastern. Philly at Chicago. Denver taking on the Lakers here in Los Angeles.
How about Sunday? Phoenix at Dallas. Mavericks lose tonight against the Memphis Grizzlies, so that game all of a sudden becomes interesting.
And the way Phoenix played in the game you did the other night, I mean, they really put their hearts into it. Here is Battier for 3, in and out. And after it was Yao Ming, but fouled from behind.
You like Yao's energy in the paint. He is going after the basketball. The Lakers have to have 5 guys collapse and try to rebound.
Aaron Brooks beating low to Yao Ming. Yao has played the last 6 summers internationally, representing the Chinese national team. Hits the fall-away jump shot. You can imagine how fatigued he must be at some times, but he really doesn't show it. He plays long minutes, 33 minutes per ball game. For a guy that is 7'6", 310 pounds, gives it maximum effort. Rockets by 1. Fisher. Old dependable out there, Derek Fisher.
We got ourselves a pretty good ball game. Derek Fisher's a guy you cannot leave open. He lives for those open shots. That last possession, it was exactly what Rick Adelman was talking about. Inside, outside, trust your teammates. Yao got it back on the repost and scored.
Artest throws it away. Fisher the other way. He's got numbers. Or did. Brooks tips it. Pass into thrown to Gasol, but shoved from behind by Yao Ming. Second foul on Yao Ming. And a timeout called on the floor by the Lakers with 7:42 left here in the third. From the Staples Center in L.A. Good game. Lakers by 1, 50-150.
ESPN.
Phil Jackson, that game 4 he was referring to was against Boston. They were down 2 games, 1 and lost here on their home floor, 97 91. No place like home, certainly for the Lakers, though. They have been nearly unstoppable here.
Well, 31-5 at home. Put that together and you look at the Cavaliers at home only losing one game all season long as Pau Gasol knocks down the isolation hook shot over Yao Ming. And you say, okay, is home court important? Well, the Celtics been there and done that. They're trying to get healthy. They certainly have the ability to win in somebody else's building. The Cavs with the great LeBron James have the ability to win on the road. The Lakers with Kobe Bryant certainly have that. You have to use that as a luxury. Ideally, you don't want to be forced to have to win on the road.
Shane Battier knocks down yet another three from the corner. Battier shooting 37% from three this year, and he loves that corner three. 53 all. 6:52 left in the third. Kobe sneaks by. Battier elevates and slams it with two hands.
Now that's a move against a big-time defensive player. That's a blow-by, that's a breakdown, and help is not able to come quickly because by the time you come, he's already at the rim.
Artest, I believe, trying to get off that shot. Maybe it was a lob to Yao. In any event, it is blocked easily.
I know if you're Trevor Ariza, you're saying that's not a lob, that's a shot, and I threw it out of bounds. Are you kidding me, Mr. Collateral?
That's a rebuke. Denial. Battier on the inbound. Oh, Yao. Flush with success from the perimeter, missing. But tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Artest. Laker ball.
And right now, Kobe Bryant looks over at Phil Jackson, shows him the play that he wants to run, feels it, and wants to be in attack mode offensive.
Lakers by a deuce, and Bryant goes to work. 6:10 to go here in the third. Dribble handoff to Fisher. Kobe wants it mid-block. Isolated on Battier. Yao to double. Gets by Yao, uses him as a screen. Pumps it to Ariza. Leaner from three is good.
And that's all Kobe Bryant. You can run a play, but that's not a license to shoot. That's a license to make the right play. He delivers it on point to Ariza for a knockdown shot.
6 assists for Kobe, throwing dimes here at the Staples Center in Los Angeles. Crowd chanting defense as Brooks leans in with a hopper. Won't go. Suddenly Houston's gone cold, and the Lakers now seeking separation. Up 5. Gasol to the rim. Up and in. I didn't think he had enough. He stretched way out there to get it.
Big guys running the floor. Pau Gasol beats Yao Ming down the floor and gets rewarded.
Lakers on an 11-3 run. Draw the fans to their feet here at the Staples Center in Los Angeles. Lakers by 7 and a timeout. Gibbon going, running the floor. Gasol leading the 7-footer to score it. And it's all Lakers now trying to create space. Rip Hamilton, Rodney Stuckey, and the Pistons are going the rest of the way without Allen Iverson in the city of brotherly love. They'll take on Andre Iguodala and the Sixers. These two teams locked in the standings, both needing higher seeds in the playoffs. And then ABC is your NBA destination in Cleveland. 1 o'clock Eastern. Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, and the fellows take on LeBron James and the Cavaliers. 3:30 Eastern. Shaq and the Suns, Dirk Nowitzki and the Mavericks.
How about Pau Gasol? Looks back, recognizes that Yao is down the floor, says, I'm going to beat you in a foot race. Goes from basket to basket. They deliver the ball on point. Reward the big guy running the court.
Houston now sets up on the inbounds. They need to come out with something here after the timeout mark, down 7, because the Lakers now trying to pull away.
And last time they came out of the timeout, ran a play for Ron Artest. This time trying to get it to Yao, but good job getting to the body of the big guy.
Derek Fisher, 13-year pro from the top. Misaimed. That was wide left. Somebody opened the door in the gym, and a foul called. And this will work against the Lakers.
Somebody would say, hey, that's a bad shot. That's Derek Fisher trying to put a dagger into the heart of the Houston Rockets. That's a shot that's very makeable for him. I'm sure Phil Jackson doesn't mind it because he has a history of knocking those shots down. Just didn't get it.
But with 5 minutes left here in the third. 7-point lead now. Here's our test. 6 to shoot for Houston. Brooks, 2 to shoot. Will he get it off in time? Oh, they're going to bail him out with a foul call. Joe Forte says a foul is going to be called on Odom, and this could lead to 3 shots. Fourth foul on Odom.
That's not a foul. That's not a foul. Aaron Brooks jumps into the body of Lamar Odom and gets the contact. That's good defense and a bad call sending Lamar Odom to the bench.
Odom perfectly vertical on the play, it seemed. Fourth foul, he goes to the bench. Josh Powell will step in, and Brooks heads to the line.
When you think about it, that goes from getting a stop to giving 2 foul shots to the Rockets. Phil Jackson is thinking, that's the defense I've been asking these guys to play all year long, and when they do, they get penalized?
Kobe gets some instructions from Phil Jackson as the Lakers hit down the floor. Brooks getting fouled inside the 3-point arc, hitting the 2 free throws. Rockets are within 5. Battier and Kobe Bryant. Bryant will turn, rifle up a 3 with 3 to shoot. Fisher out-muscles Brooks for the rebound. He's done it again. Maybe. Gasol fouled in the act. Kobe Bryant on the nice feed to Gasol beneath the rim. Third foul on Yao Ming sends Pau Gasol to the free throw line.
I'll tell you what, defending Kobe Bryant is no easy task. Shane Battier has done an outstanding job. Bryant lifts for the jump shot, contests to his face, and then gets back into the play. Yao Ming gets away from the body of Pau Gasol and the delivery from Bryant.
Gasol, 78% free throw shooter, knocks down the second. 14 points for Powell. Odom is on the bench. Powell is in with Ariza and Gasol, Bryant and Fisher. Artest will turn, 11 to shoot, will rifle one up, missed it. Yao brings it down, good hands, trying to steady it, knocked down. They say it's blocked away. Kobe got a piece. Here come the Lakers. Fisher again, cross court to Kobe, fakes the 3. Fisher will give it another go, and this time he drilled it.
And that's leadership. Kobe Bryant say, I saw your last shot, buddy. Just stand over there and be patient. I'm coming back to you.
10-point Laker lead, trying to separate from the Houston Rockets as Brooks misses on the runner. Fisher, another 3. Get out and deflected outside to the Rockets, who are trying to stabilize with 3 minutes left in the third. Brooks crosses over, but Powell got there to help. Here's Fisher with a ball. Artest spills out of bounds. Saves it to Ariza. Back he comes on the attack. Crossing over. Getting into the body of Yao Ming. Couldn't convert. Deflected out of bounds. The last touch by Houston.
And here's where you have to have an experienced point guard where Aaron Brooks is not. Well, you have to sense the moment and say, we got to slow this thing down and get a quality possession on the offensive end. Rick Adelman puts in Kyle Lowry, a veteran guard, when you compare him to Aaron Brooks. You got to try to make this Laker team defend and sense that this game is slipping away.
Farmar now will step in for Fisher to give him a breather. Reset of the shot clock. Kobe dancing outside the 3-point arc, jabbing on Battier, and then eventually kicking it out of bounds. You don't see that happen very often to Kobe Bryant. He is, after all, human, lest we forget.
And you see what they were about to do. Put Yao Ming in the pick and roll. So if you have Pau Gasol setting the screen, that means Yao has to jump out and defend Bryant. I expect to see a lot of that the rest of the way.
Just the 5th Laker turnover. They've been very efficient at home tonight. They have forced Houston into 12 turns.
If you're the Rockets, I'd like to introduce you to number 11 in red. Get him on the block and get him the basketball.
Now Von Wafer with it outside. 10 to shoot. Turns off the screen. Kick out to Battier. Will fire the 3 and got it. Shane Battier right now is keeping Houston in this third quarter.
He's getting looks. which cannot happen if you're the Lakers. Understand how he can hurt you, and that's with spot-up jump shots.
Battier with 11 for the game, his second 3 of the quarter. Bryant slips it behind the back to Gasol. 12 to shoot for Powell. And the mid-range is up and in.
But that's off a pick and roll where they double team. Bryant gives space to Pau Gasol and catches it in rhythm.
Los Angeles by 9 with a minute 45 left in the third. Artest, a long-range jump shot with 15 to shoot.
That's a tough matchup. You have Powell trying to defend Ron Artest, who's really a 3, so he's facing him, gives him space, and pays the price.
Shane Battier out of Duke, won a championship in 2001. MVP of the tournament. Here's Ariza. And then Artest wrestles it away from Powell. We have a jump ball call.
And right now, Kobe Bryant is having a conversation with Pau Gasol. He's saying, hey, if we come off the pick and roll, I get you the basketball, that is your shot. Your responsibility to this team is to shoot the ball, not swing it. You're getting open looks. You're hurting us if you turn them down.
Powell and Artest to jump it. 7 to shoot. And a minute 21 remaining in the third quarter. Both teams shooting 44% here in the ballgame. And the tip won by Lowry. He's got Artest with him. Throws ahead. Ron Artest a 1-2 to the rim and the two-handed plunge. And the Lakers will call a timeout. Phil Jackson's a little irate. And right now is point guard Jordan Farmar. 5-point Laker lead with the timeout called in Los Angeles and a minute 14 to go here in the third.
Easy layup for Ron Artest. Trying to explain it to George Palmer. The whole timeout was wasted trying to show him how to get position. I don't need that dialogue. Go get the basketball. That's what it boils down to. Kyle Lowry outworked you for the basketball.
Gasol slips the pick on a two-man hookup with Walton, but missed it. Lowry the other way. Barry trailing on the right open, but he'll swing it to Wafer, who'll knife in. Yao with the tip. Volleyed away by Gasol, and Lowry picks it away out of there. With Lowry coming in for Brooks now, Houston is stabilized. Lowry goes in, gets the body of Gasol, finds the ball inside, fires it wildly right back to Powell. Here come the Lakers. Walton does not have numbers, but he's got the thin Brent Perry in front of him. They'll take it at him and miss it. Artest with a rebound.
That's actually a good move. Just wasn't able to knock it down. Realized smaller guy was defending him. Made a legit post move, just missed the shot.
Ron Artest has not played well against the Lakers. 6 for 27 in the previous 2. But with that shot now, 7 of 15 from the field against the Lakers here. 14 seconds left in the third. Lakers on top by 5. Farmar off the screen, firing. Tipped out of bounds. Houston ball with 1 and 8/10 seconds remaining.
And sometimes you just miss shots. Jordan Farmar gets a wide open look off the pick and roll with Powell, just wasn't able to knock it down.
Lowry's going to get a chance to run into a shot and heave it from half court, but that's off the mark. And after 3 complete in Los Angeles, Lakers by 5.
See Yao, 15 points. Sol playing to a standstill, 16. Both guys very active on the boards. We have ourselves a ball game going to the fourth. Lakers up by 5. Understands how to close a show. Look at Kobe Bryant against the Houston Rockets this season. Quarters 1 through 3, pretty average. That fourth quarter, he has elevated his game and also his team's game. Let's see what he has in the tank tonight.
He's going to start the fourth quarter, Mark Jackson on the bench with Jordan Farmar at point, Vujacic, Walton, Gasol, and Powell to complement the 5. Ball deflected, and Walton with the find, and he is bumped over there by Lowry. So the Rockets commit a team foul here in the opening 20 or so seconds of the fourth quarter. That's not good in a close game. Trying to come from behind. They are down by 5. Rockets ended the third quarter on a 7-2 run. They have some nice momentum and rhythm going right now, Mark.
And the thing you want to do is to continue it. You can't settle down against this Laker team. You got to continue to put pressure on them on both ends of the floor.
Lowry, nice lead pass. Brent Barry takes it in and twirls it home. getting by Jordan Farmar.
That's what we're talking about, keeping pressure on this Laker team. Off a missed shot, push the basketball, and then the former slam dunk champ lays one in.
Looked like he got up there, was going to tomahawk it, then he realized, this is my 14th year in the league. I got to lay it in. Here's Walton. Out of the corner, missing. Sails over the rim, and Artest and Powell lock up. And this will be the second team foul on the Rockets here in the quarter. It's on Ron Artest. This comes with a minute gone by in the fourth.
I said it the other night. Father Time is undefeated. There was a time when this guy would be hanging on the rim right now. Floats with the one-hander. Old reliable. Lay it off the glass.
Still get out and fill the lane, though, and that time he did. Here's Farmar off the screen. Penetrating through it away to Brent Berry. Bounces ahead to Wafer. Across midcourt. Ahead to Lowry. Into the lane. Blocked away by Walton. Wafer recovers. They've got a 2-on-5, and he knocks down the 15-footer.
Right now, they are outworking the Lakers on both ends of the floor. And what I love most about it, pushing the basketball.
So the Lakers' lead now has been trimmed to just one with possession, 67-66. Nice pass inside from Pau Gasol to Josh Powell. Third team foul on the Rockets here in the quarter, coming at 10:24. This is the fourth on Yao Ming.
Well, you're the Rockets. You push the ball in transition. No longer are you very predictable on the offensive end. It makes it tougher for you to defend if you're the Rockets. That's when they're at their best, and that's why they have all the momentum.
The importance of the team foul count now at 3. Very simple reason. You've got Kobe Bryant on the bench. When he comes back now, he's got you at a disadvantage. You know what he's going to do, right, Mark? He's going to the rim, and he's going to get the N1, and he's a terrific free throw shooter. In a close game, you can't do that when you play the Lakers.
Well, here's a guy with a high IQ. So he is on the sideline right now, understanding he has to be in attack mode and make the game easy. Force them to foul you or defend.
69-66. Artest, the deep attempt. He knocks down another one. He's been on fire. 8 of 15 for Ron Artest, 17 on the night.
Pick and roll with Yao Ming. Gets a little open spot and knocks down the jumper.
Powell sweeps it up with the left hand. Knocked down. Yao Ming the rebound. Wafer crosses over it. Man, is he sudden, but he missed the runner. Gasol cuts through with the Spader. Powell keeps it alive. Capped up and in by Gasol.
Well, that's at least the third second shot attempt for the Lakers. If you're the Houston Rockets, you look up and say, how do we lose this game? How come we're not able to finish it off? Well, the little things. Rebound the basketball, secure the basketball, and give yourself a chance to come down on the other end.
Artest for 3, dancing off. Walton the rebound, leaking out. Josh Powell. That's the shooter's responsibility, and he didn't get it done. Powell with a jam. Timeout call with 9:16 left in the fourth, and the Lakers have a 5-point lead on the Rockets.
Give yourself a chance. But people talk about, okay, to close out the season, you're 3 games back. Well, what about the games you gave away early on in the season? So don't just look at how you finish. It's important to play solid basketball and win the games you're supposed to all season long.
Obviously, the poor start that the Phoenix Suns had that caused their coach's job, Terry Porter. Here's Farmar on the Houston turnover. Walton hits the runner.
The difference between the great teams and the good teams, the great ones have another gear. And when it got close, the Lakers bench switched into another gear.
Phil Jackson, is he telling his team right now, you guys got yourself into this mess. You lost that lead, Jordan Farmar and the rest of you folks off the bench. We're not going to send Kobe in here to save you. You're going to have to get it back. It seems to me that's what's happening here.
Well, if you're Phil Jackson, and I totally understand as we see the post move by Yao Ming getting the contact, I understand it because I pretty much would feel the same way. He has to look at the big picture. These are guys on the floor that he's going to need one day down the road. No sense in messing up their confidence level and showing them I don't believe in you. Keep them in the ball game and trust that they'll find a way to get out of it, because at the end of the day, I got the wild card sitting next to me. At any point, I can call him in and tell him to get in the ball game.
Yao Ming missed the second one after hitting the first. The Lakers come the other way with a 6-point lead, 8:36 remaining in the game. Sasha Vujacic, Josh Powell out of North Carolina State. Powell's done a nice job for this Laker team this year in the absence of Ronnie Turiaf, who took the free agent contract from the Golden State Warriors. Ronnie Turiaf was a big key to this team last year. Look at the block by Yao Ming. Possession Houston. Wafer the other way, trying to sidestep Vujacic, and a blocking foul call on Vujacic.
And Wafer got away with one because the easy play was to bounce past the basketball to Brent Barry. Careless play, looks over to Barry and says, my fault. Barry, like the veteran, no sense in getting upset. That play is over with. You don't want the young fella going to the line thinking about that. Clap your hands and say it's okay. Find me the next time.
Second team foul on the Lakers. And up off the Laker bench, Kobe Bryant along with Binga and Odom. Bryant coming on at the 8:17 mark here in Los Angeles with the Lakers leading by 5. Lakers trying to achieve 60 victories, 59-16 this year, 31-5 at home. Knowing that the Cavaliers were beaten tonight and still on their minds, home court advantage through the playoffs.
And that's exactly what they should be thinking. They have the luxury to understand, hey, the Cavs have already lost. We can close this gap.
Houston, the 4th seed in the West. And they have played well here in Los Angeles tonight. Bryant turns, doubled up, finds Farmar open. Scola comes down with it. Here comes Kyle Lowry. He has really stabilized Houston here in the second half.
Good substitution when they needed to be stabilized. Rick Adelman went to Kyle Lowry at the point position.
Barry a 3. Just short. Walton, the rebound. Walton heads the other way, doubled, scoops to Benga. He has been active in this game. DJ Benga around the rim with 8 points.
Good read from Luke Walton. If I'm Rick Adelman, I'm upset. You're talking about closing out a ball game and you allow Luke Walton to go coast to coast and make a play?
Barry heads the other way, stepped out of bounds. Turnover on the Rockets, their 15th of the night. Adelman will send in Shane Battier for Brent Barry. .708 remaining in this one. Walton mid-block, drop steps on Wafer, but that's an offensive foul. Walton hooks Wafer and turns it back to the Rockets, who take possession down 6.
And the right call. Luke Walton using the right arm to swing and hook Von Wafer.
Will the Rockets find Yao Ming deep in the paint? This tripped out. 18 to shoot. Yao Ming coming to the ball on the screen from Battier, trying to slide across, but he and Benga collide in a foul call. And this will work against Los Angeles. Third team foul on the Lakers here in the quarter.
And that's the way you have to defend Yao Ming. Coming off of screens and on the block, you have to keep a body on him and make him work. Benga's in there to beat him up physically.
3-10, 7-6. Yao Ming turns, fakes, and walks with the basketball.
Yeah, if you're not physical with him, then he can make that move in rhythm. But when you play with force, good things happen.
That's a good matchup for Los Angeles. Odom is after it, tipping it away from Scola. Out hustled it. Benga has it rejected by Yao Ming. Tipped right into the hands of Eli Rowe.
You know, if I'm Kobe Bryant right now, I played team basketball and I've tried to get the ball to Luke Walton. Now it's time for me to put the kids to bed. I got to get the basketball and make plays.
12 points for Kobe, 7 assists, just 8 attempts from the field in 34 minutes. Ariza is in now with Odom and Bryant. Fisher is back as well. Kobe knocks down the Jimmy from the baseline, and the Lakers lead by 8.
And that's good defense by Shane Battier, but better offense. Give me great offense over great defense any day of the week.
I think he and Ray Allen have the best mid-range jump shots in the game. Kobe Bryant. I mean, it's just... that was poetry down there on that baseline.
Now, you know what the crazy thing about that is? One guy was born with it. Another guy worked towards it. Ray Allen was born with a jump shot. Kobe Bryant, putting time in the gym, has become a great jump shooter.
Lowry's done nice work for Houston. He checks out. Battier, as he has all night tonight, looking across at Kobe Bryant, whether it be on the offense or defensive end. Aaron Brooks back for Houston now, with the Lakers leading by 8. 6 minutes to go in this game. Cross court, here's Brooks. And that pass coming with shot clock running down, and they were completely unaware, apparently, of the time running out.
You're Rick Adelman, you don't give too much credit for the Lakers. You got to be on your team for not understanding the clock was dwindling down.
2001 Final Four championship. Walton representing Arizona. Battier, Duke. We'll take a step back in time. When we get a moment here with the Final Four, of course, being played in the final game. Collegiate Championship on Monday. Artest, great block of Odom. Here come the Rockets. They get a stop coming out of the timeout. They're down 8 with 5.5 minutes to go.
That's good defense by Ron Artest, staying on the body and then blocking the shot attempt of Odom.
Yao pitches cross court to Battier. 9 to shoot. Scola at the top. Luis Scola with a beauty. And the Rockets are in this, baby. Down 6 with 5:22 left.
They have to feel good about the way they battled. Plenty of opportunities to fold the tent. They've hung in there and battled back.
Rockets have 7 consecutive, or I should say 7 years, the last 7 years that they have been in the playoffs, they have gone away in the first round of the playoffs. Will it change this year? Here's Fisher. Off the screen from the elbow. Derek Fisher comes back with the counter.
The best thing about Derek Fisher, he's not out there looking to get the ball in the hands of Kobe Bryant. He's a guy not afraid of the moment.
Houston's been beaten by Utah in the first round the last 2 years, despite Houston having home court advantage. Battier knocks down the 3, and he was off balance when he let it go. And the Rockets are back knocking on the door again, down 5.
That's a big shot by Shane Battier. Off the pass of Scola, wasn't on point, but caught it off balance and knocked down the 3.
Playoff-type basketball with 4:27 remaining. Here's Bryant for 3. Got it. Kobe Bryant comes back and eases into a 3.
I mean, how good is this guy? Find a way to stop the bleeding, get the ball into the hands of old Reliable, and knocks down a dagger.
84 points for the league's third leading scoring team. The Lakers at 107 a game. Artest missing from 3. Kobe on the screen from Benga, pulls up for 3 and throws down another dagger. Kobe Bryant, mid-range, and then going downtown. 87-76. Lakers, 3:54 remaining in the game.
This just is not right. I didn't like it when my big brother Kevin did it to me, and Shane Battier is not liking it when Kobe Bryant is doing it to him. Guess what? Mama, there goes that man. Bryant knocking down jumpers when it matters most. 8% from the field, and that's against superior defenders in Ron Artest and Shane Battier.
Artest, the Defensive Player of the Year 2004, and Battier always recognized as a tough lock-up defender. 12-5 run to go to the largest lead of the game at 11. with 3:54 remaining, coinciding with Kobe's return to the fourth period. Wafer is tripped up on a blocking foul.
And something you got to pay attention to, the job that DJ Banga did against Yao Ming in the minutes on the floor for Phil Jackson. So it forces Rick Adelman's hands to get Yao out of the ball game, and Phil Jackson playing chess brings back Pau Gasol.
Banga, a huge factor off the bench as we approach the playoffs, particularly with Andrew Bynum continuing to work out and mend, and has been active in some contact drills, 3-on-3 and such.
And Banga's a guy that they're going to need, because this is a finesse basketball team when you talk about Lamar Odom and Pau Gasol. Special in what they do, but at some point you have to play with force, and Banga and Bynum is able to do that.
And to carry on that point about Bynum, Phil Jackson told us tonight, could be back for a couple of regular season games in preparing for the playoffs.
And he was happy about that, because that's a guy that this team needs. It will make life so much easier having his presence on both ends.
Lakers by 10. Gasol repost, turns, nice fake, leans in, missed it, but he was fouled by Artest, who just reached out, got him up around the nose. Fouls on Artest. 2 shots ordered to Gasol, who continues to talk a little bit here to Ron Artest.
And Artest picks up a technical foul, upset with the call of a foul against Pau Gasol. Lets his feelings known and picks up a tee.
Fisher hits the technical foul shot. And Adelman wants clarification from Bill Kennedy. Or at least wants to be heard. Lakers by 11 now with 3:25 remaining in the fourth quarter. That's Artest's 4th technical of the year. That was one concern that I think a lot of people had, was Artest disrupt Houston and the chemistry there in Houston when he came over in that trade for Bobby Jackson in the future. But just 4 technicals on the year, he seems to have gotten it battened down.
Well, he's conducted himself very well all season long for Rick Adelman and the Houston Rockets. Certainly has picked up his game in the absence of Tracy McGrady.
Lakers by 13. 3:14 remaining in the game. Now Artest goes to work. Gets right by Odom and lays it up and in. May have walked getting there, but got the bucket.
I mean, you can't teach that. That's a blow-by move, going to his opposite hand and able to finish before help comes.
Artest with 19. Kobe will bring it back. 2:57 remaining now. Lakers by 11. They continue attack with Gasol backing down, and a bump foul on Scola that draws the ire of the Houston bench, in particular from assistant coach Jack Sikman.
And part of the reason that you can't have Yao Ming in the ball game is because on the defensive end, pretty much a liability when you put Kobe Bryant in pick and roll situations with Pau Gasol. So no Yao Ming. It forces the Lakers to want to punish the smaller Scola and play inside with Pau on the post.
Yao Ming and the Rockets.
If I'm the Rockets, I got to have Yao Ming in the ball game. Forget about the things he doesn't do on the defensive end. The guy works. He's played well defensively, and he can get you back in this ball game on the offensive end.
They trail by 12 with 2:46 remaining on. Artest will go right to the rim. This time Gasol backpedaling, contact made, and Ron Artest will shoot 2.
I think a lot of times as a coach you say, well, what can't this guy do? He hurts us because he's not able to do that. Forget about that. Look at the things the guy is able to do and put you in position to win. And for that reason and that reason alone, Yao Ming has to close out ball games for this Rockets team. And this is a thing of beauty. This is defense by Lamar Odom, but the ability to blow by and put pressure on the defense using his left hand and finishing with the left hand. Ron Artest has the package. The problem is sometimes he gets out of character.
Drafted out of St. John's by the Chicago Bulls. Spent his first 2.5 years with the Chicago Bulls. He played point guard for the Bulls his rookie year and played it very well. 10-point lead now for the Lakers. 2:37 remaining in the game. Powell with it. Faces Gasol, jab steps and drives, and Scola again reaching out with a foul.
And this is all Kobe Bryant running the show. He's coming down the floor, telling his team what sets he wants to be in. It's not about him taking over this ball game. He recognizes the mismatch, and he's demanding the ball get into the hands of Pau Gasol.
Out there managing the lead right now, Mark, with a 10-point lead and 2:30 remaining. Spacing the floor, using that shot clock, and now they've gotten Scola into an untenable situation. That's his 5th personal foul. And Chuck Hayes will come back out onto the floor for Luis Scola. Are you surprised that Yao Ming doesn't step in at this point?
I'm absolutely surprised. I am absolutely surprised. I will live with Yao on the floor before Chuck Hayes and anybody else in a red jersey.
Interesting. Gasol hits the free throw. And the Lakers lead it now, 93-81, 2:28 remaining. Fisher intercepts, steps in front of Brooks and picks it off. Wisely wants to use some clock here with 2:19 remaining in the conflict. Gasol outside to Odom, touch pass to Fisher, 10 to shoot, and he'll let it fly. Houston led tonight by the 21 of Artest. He kicks the ball away, is after it, but loses it. Right to Kobe Bryant. And Artest is still down on the floor holding his head. Here's Bryant the other way. Ariza and Bryant combined with 1:47 remaining. Lakers on top by 12, looking to sweep the season series from the Rockets for the first time since the 2001-2002 season. Bryant to Ariza for 3. Artest with it. Being chased. Look out. And he rims right into Trevor Ariza, and an offensive foul on Artest gives it back to the Lakers, and that may do it for the Rockets, who trail here by 12, and they've turned it over again.
And that's just bad basketball. We talked about the good things that Ron Artest can do on the floor. Well, he's a wild card. He's a guy that can also make bad plays. That's 1-on-4 transition basketball. Offensive foul. Trevor Ariza does a good job of stepping in and sacrificing his body, willing to take the hit.
Rocket turnovers. Well, they're 15th in the league and turning it over at 14.2 tonight. 20 turnovers, 14 points off turnovers for the Los Angeles Lakers. Lakers by 12, 1:24 remaining. Kobe has attempted just 11 shots tonight. Has 20 points. An economical line. Drives in, double, kicks to Fisher, but threw it by him and out of bounds. Bryant has 7 assists in addition to those points. Brooks, hippity hops the other way. Sprints in, drew a crowd, kicks to Wafer. Kobe out there in the passing lane, deflects it out of bounds.
And you look at this Rocket team, the schedule is not in their favor to close out this season. They have some tough ball games, and the important thing is you don't want to wind up playing against a higher seed because you didn't finish the season off the right way.
Big game coming up, Mark, when they take on the Portland Trailblazers on Sunday in Houston, and then Orlando Tuesday in Houston. Here's White. White, the second-year pro out of Cincinnati, hit the side of the glass. James White wearing Houston colors. 50 seconds remaining. Lakers trying to put a capper to this one. Up by 12. Houston finishes the year home against New Orleans and then at Dallas on the 15th, the final game of the regular season in the NBA. The Lakers have come home now after a 7-game trip. They were out for 13 days. They won 5, lost 2. And they are on the cusp of winning 60.
That's a big number. That's a tremendous accomplishment. We have a lot of teams in this league with the ability to win 60 ball games, but if you're the Lakers, that is the way to rebound off of last year's disappointing loss in the final.
Brooks tees it up and misses, and that will just about do it here in Los Angeles. Kobe Bryant with 20, Pau Gasol 23. Houston led by Ron Artest 21. And the Lakers have swept the Houston Rockets 4 games love this year. And who knows, could meet in the playoffs the way things are going now in the Western Conference and in those standings as closely bunched as they are. 7 teams he has coached now to 60-plus victories.